Okay, well, after yesterday's breakfast debacle and my blood sugar soared from an early 98 all the way up to like 172, and it took several hours for it to come down, but it eventually did. I'm going to use only butter this time. There's onion, there's peppers, there's smoked sausage in the pan. I've got 2 eggs with milk again. I'm going to whip those up. But before I do that, and while my hands are still clean, let's go ahead and do another test right now so I can see where my blood sugars are just before I eat, because it's only going to take a couple of minutes to put this together. Let's see, what finger do I want to stick this time? Yeah, we'll go here. There we go. $127. It was 118 when I first woke up, so it's actually climbed a little bit. And that's probably because I've been fasting and my body is just manufacturing more glucose because my liver is crammed full of sugar and it's releasing some of it. So that's probably what's going on there. So okay, 127, so I'll know how big of a spike I actually have. I'm going to put the eggs in the pan and get that all cooked up, and I'll see you later. Alright, here we go. I forgot to mention, I did not use bacon grease or bacon this time, just butter for the cooking oil. Also, yesterday's breakfast had about 17 or 18 grams of carbs in it. I finally found a chart so I can keep track of all that. This one, let's see, the eggs I think have 3 or 4 carbs each, and there's 2 eggs. So there's 6 to 8 carbs. The cheese is, I think it's 1 carb per ounce. And there's way less than an ounce of cheese there, or half carb per ounce, I'm sorry, half a carb. So there might be a quarter of a carb in the cheese. The sausage, maybe 1 or 2 carbs, in a 3 or 4 ounce serving. I'll have to look that up on the chart, but it's minimal. I'm guessing I don't have any more than 10 grams of carbs in this breakfast. I'll be back after I do my test at 30, 60, and 90 minutes, and maybe a 2-hour test too. We'll see how things go. But let's see where my spike is on this. How quick does it go up? How quick does it go down? This is how we learn to manage our diet and our glucose levels. So I'll be back later, and hope you are enjoying the information that you can get from this. But this, I'm just simply tracking what foods does what to my, which foods does what to my blood sugars. Okay, so we'll be back later. Bye. Alright, so breakfast was tasty, but it still spiked my sugar. And I forgot to mention, or did I mention, that I had no bacon, fat in there this time. It was just butter, and it was a little bit less than I used yesterday. But it was butter, 2 eggs, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of red and yellow peppers, and a small onion. I'm guesstimating I had about 7 or 8, if that, 6 or 7 grams of carbohydrates in that meal. And let's see, let me go back. Oop, that's not what we're after. Rookie. Okay, so there we were, just before I ate. Let's see if I can get this without the glare. Just before I ate, I was at 127. That was up from 118 when I first woke up. Can I get the glare out? There we go. And then 30 minutes after, it spiked to 168. Then I spent 10 minutes walking up and down the stairs in the apartment building. We're on a 4-floor walk up. So I was doing 3.5 stories walking, but up and down. I spent 10 minutes just doing that. Not running the stairs, just walking the stairs, keeping my respiration at a normal rate, but I did get my heart rate up, and I worked the leg muscles, which is their largest muscle mass. In the next 30-minute test, now we're 1 hour out from breakfast, it had come down to 160. Oh no, where am I? 168. Okay, yeah, dropped down to 160. Then 30 minutes later, dropped down to 140, so we're an hour and a half out now. And 2 hours out, it came up to 141. But I was watching videos of low-carb desserts, and it was a lava cake with peanut butter filling, and maybe that was my my 1 milligram spike there. But anyway, it is coming down. We're getting ready to get dressed and head out and go for a little walking. Give you something to look at here. But, you know, this is what's possible. Let's see. Let's turn this off. My new... That was the last test. My new 7-day average is now 139. That is almost miraculous. 30-day... Here we go again. Push the right button. 30-day is at that's 14. Is 158. That's the average glucose. And 30 days at 158. So it's gradually coming down. It was quite a bit higher when I first started this, of course. But that's where we're at. Hope this is helpful for you. And we'll see you next time. I'm not going to do this every day, but I am experimenting. I'm going to make some changes for tomorrow's breakfast and see if I can limit the spike and see what happens from that. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.